G'day, welcome to session 36 as we continue on. Now, one thing that is sort of becoming a bit more prevalent in the comments is that I do need to start to worry about what I'm going to do once I lose all my algae and all my coal. So I can see that algae, I've still got a little bit of wiggle room, but that is basically my main oxygen sort of supply. So moving on from that will become the electrolyzer. Now this electrolyzer currently isn't operating much because it is at the mercy of this room's pressure. So at some point I've got to accept that there is enough hydrogen in that room and I don't need any more. Now as it stands, it's going to be once it hits this sensor. But the question then is, once I have reached that point, what do I want to do with that excess hydrogen? Now, to me, the easy fix could be that I just sort of dig out through here, or even just move this through to, let's say, here, and just have like a point that's higher than this door, so that hydrogen just can slowly fill this cavity where people are already using breathing masks. It's essentially north of any entrance into my habitat, and that might sort of just allow it to go beyond, and then it means that guy can just sort of run, just continually pushing that pressure. The other thing then would be that the coal. So if I was to get rid of coal, I would need to come into, have a look at what other sort of solar panels. Obviously would need to be exposed to space, so it's not something I've got anything nearby. So that's not a thing. A hydrogen generator. So I prefer it's hydrogen into power. Would probably be the way that I could do it, or I could have a look at some of these natural gas. So I've got a natural gas guy down here. So let's have a read about this. Produces carbon dioxide and polluted water. So the fact that it creates carbon dioxide isn't the biggest deal, because the thing I've currently got making me power at the top is also creating carbon dioxide. Now the problem would be that that's so far removed from where my current power sort of situation is. Another steam vent, so making a whole lot of liquid, a lot of water for me that I could actually cut through and just pour into my water storage if I ever needed it. And since that guy would sort of just always stay there, I could put some there's a big ball of algae just up north of him as well. Yeah, I could try and build like a run down to here. Put some of my what do you call them, Weezwarts up there. Try and cool it down a bit. Steam turn into water. Have the water run down and fill up this supply. We won't worry about that too much at the moment. Let's also have a look at how we're doing down the bottom here. We are one step away from being able to open this security door. Oh, we've got water running down here. Assume that's like chlorine or water ice melting or something. We can also say dig that out. And that'll also speed up that process. Someone did make the comment that I should look into having a second digger, and I quite liked that as a suggestion as well. So currently, Ellie is my lone super digger, but I was just wondering, is there anyone, say, I guess this is probably a great example of Barney, who is so far removed from having a stressful existence. Well, this says Mimar. And the other thing about Mimar is that she's, although that would put her bang on, is that she's strong. Turner's the other one too, and he's a builder. So let's get Turner in there. We really should find something else for Barney to do as well. But we'll just sit on that for now, and we'll wait to see if anything comes of I guess, what we need. But we'll make Turner have that same sort of duty, so that Ellie isn't the only one having to run around to fix a lot of these, do a lot of this hard digging. Certainly does seem like some of these long ladders south, if there's any intention that there's going to be a continually use of these, that I should have maybe a pole that runs alongside these to speed up this commute. I can see that reed fiber is now coming in, which is lovely, because then it means that we can start to just build a snazzy suit. I was wondering if I should make more reeds, but I thought, well, I don't really... I feel like once I've sort of got going with that, it's going to be something that probably uses more, say, dirt or water than what I really have or need to make. So I'll just leave it as is now. I can see that this is starting to go down a little bit. I wouldn't mind finding a polluted water supply to fill that a bit more with. I think possibly this one, because it's an easy one that if I dig, say, this spot out here, put a pump down there, and I can just appropriate, say, this pump. Just make sure that before I just start pumping, I don't pump it into my clean water. And then just have it move down into here and fill that a bit more. I wonder if I should really look into that natural gas generator. Hydrogen would be the other one. Hydrogen generators are extremely efficient. It's emitting next to no waste. I would need hydrogen to get that. So I would need something to make hydrogen, I assume. How do we make hydrogen? Nope. Hydro fan. Hydrogen vent. Okay, so there would be a hydrogen vent around somewhere too. Purple. I'm not sure if I've noticed any of those in my swinging around the map. Maybe we should go experiment with that natural gas. I did see Ellie and someone heading down this way. So we can see we have cracked this one open. Oh, and that's what we want to get to. So, some algae down here, so let's dig out the algae. There's algae there too. So let's just claim that as well. And then we can have a look to see what's Alright, rummage away. They can be harvested for food. They cost slime. Hopefully you can cut through this nice and quick, Ellie, because this is all yours. Alright, nice one, Ellie. For as far the recharge request. What do I need? Insufficient resources. Okay. Sure, I'd realised that I could recharge those before. Alright, but cool. There we go. Ellie's gained a benefit as well. Nice work, Ellie. Lots of slime in this area. A little bit of... Oh, that's clay, is it? Algae. More algae we could dig out of this room here. Now that I've made that snazzy suit, can we have a look at people putting it on? Somewhere I feel like I could have seen suits. Just the different hats there. How do I assign someone an outfit? Do I have to click on them? I thought I'd looked at it somewhere before. Where I'd seen their outfits. Now, who was it? It was Turner that I set up for digging, so let's make sure we give Turner that same level of priority there. Maybe it's if I can find the suit, I can, Right, so then if I find the suit, I can then say, Rivaldo, try that thing on. Is it Snazzy Trivaldo? I believe those needed reed fiber too. Where am I making those from? Did I move that further up? I've got a whole bunch of Atmos suits sitting there waiting for delivery. Alright, let's deconstruct that. Go click on one of those. Say copy. Put one of those there. I'll just make sure we can supply it properly, and if we can, then we'll get rid of the other two. Now, the polluted oxygen is sitting above the natural gas in here. Make me assume that the oxygen is heavier than the gas. Let's try and dig our way over there so we can have a look at it at least. Let's make a way across. Alright. Let's cancel our current angle. Instead, let's dig down from up here. So we'll go straight through down there. And we'll also on the way see if we can dig out all that algae. Yeah, we'll just take that. Not much to go before it hits this, so I don't mind just sort of leaving it until then. And obviously we need a bit more coal to our coal generators up here. And what we'll do is we will make a ladder that runs... Oh, maybe that's too close. A little bit further this way. We want to end up there, I'll say. I assume that the electricity and so on is just slightly different position to where the other one was. The ventilation must be bang on. Good. Alright, so we'll deconstruct that one as well, and we'll deconstruct that. We'll copy him. And one other addition to this one that's not in the other one is that there's a deodorizer in the room. We'll put a deodorizer in this room too. And we will sort out that piece of power. Now the suits should be there available for delivery because I think they were just sitting on the ground here. So I guess what would it be? We just sort of make that an urgent request. There we go. Yeah, its complaint's fine. That'll slowly work itself out. Not too much of the way in the way of oxygen from where it's pulling from, though. And there's a diffuser right next to it that hopefully will help it out a little bit. That is an adjustment I would like to make to my other exits too, which I think is just one. I think Go operates the west and south. That Go operates the east, and then this is just our north up here. So let's start to change these ones as well. Still not doing anything here with this setup. Pretty much because you can see that after all this time, that's the amount of sort of oil sitting up there. It's not unmanageable at this point. Also, to answer a question that I asked last time, it was that down here there should be a... Like, you can see a lot of these areas are just being done by slicksters, but there should actually be a vent that looks not exactly the same as the other vents that we deal with, like this guy, but there is a vent that will be where I put that oil well on top of. Looks like I do need to make that more of a priority to actually get anyone moving on it. Let's just make that a 9. There we go. I mean, we can get it done quick enough when we make that order that does seem like it's worth laying down the law. Okay, so let's copy that guy, put him in there. You're not looking too good, Mima. What's going on? She's got slime lung. It's funny that they will stand outside the door, but seemingly like work on some of these things. Good. Deliver suit. Sort out the wiring. May as well do that right now for that one too, as we declare it to... Well, actually, let's cancel its deconstruct while we're waiting for Barndy to come back. In there, and then we'll go copy that one in there. That one does already have a deodorizer in it too, which is good. Insert that back to 5 because we've gotten the suit in there. There's that one there, but I don't think those two can just stay as masks. There's no need to be in suits to go into the carbon dioxide. Guess it could be a while till these ones up here get oxygen, then if we've got to wait for these two to fill up, and it's only partial sort of oxygen we're pulling out of this pipe. And hopefully these guys are having their impact on a little bit of oxygen down there. It's really this guy. I think someone asked if this was running at 100, or like will definitely be running at less than 100%. And I guess that's the answer there. It's running at 2%. But certainly it's not what we're currently surviving off as our oxygen generator. I can see that there's a bit more plastic on the ground there, so let's have a look to see if we can get another bed. No, not yet. Alright. Okay, slowly getting down here. I'll uproot the 3 of those. A little bit of algae in this area. Let's find a sensor. We want that guy. copy him, and we'll finally put this in place. So we'll put him just there. And then what we'll do is we'll do automation wire running from him. There. Want someone to lock that door too, so that when they do that, they don't attempt to wander through that door. So the last thing we want is all our chlorine spilling out. Let's make that a priority. It seems to be Mima that has the job of locking doors. What's that about? She's the one that's willing to lay down the law. You're looking woeful there. Mima, are you also not wearing a mask? No, you are. It's just when you wheeze, you don't have it on. Okay, so the liquid will just be water. Or is it the opposite of water? What do I want? Sends a green signal when the selected water is detected. Right, so I think what I want is I want to say water. And then I need to do a not gate on it. So we flip that around that way. Then what I do is I get rid of, deconstruct that guy. Then say that. That's the right way, I think. Seems to be the same way as that one, so hopefully we're alright. I hope you feel better soon, Mima. 2.3 days to go. Let's make 2 more Snazzy suits. You can already see that this water is getting almost so low that can't reach it anymore. It's a sign of how much I feel like it's getting used. That goes, Stinky. Alright, let's dig straight across here. Now, since I don't have any intention of pumping any more chlorine into here, I suppose I can move this wall back to where it was. Not that it probably matters too much. It's just about the amount of area that can fit in here. I'm kind of surprised that this water hasn't ever just merged, like diluted into the polluted water. That they've still sat so perfectly separated this whole time. Deliver the suit for that one. Let's guy is still currently waiting for his oxygen. Is this one still claiming oxygen? I mean, they're close to full. I mean, I feel like if I had one of these guys separated out, it wouldn't be too bad. But well, won't worry about them just yet. Fly through this. A lot of algae in here too. Let's make a ladder that goes 1, 2, and straight up here. And then can continue on as well. Dig out those two. Let's go dig some copper up too then, I guess. Do that just in this section here. Yeah, get a breath. So that's saying copper ore. Do I need to actually make that into crushed copper? Maybe that's what my problem is. Now we've got another little room down here too. The only thing is that this is all considered part of the actual housing. What do you call it? Home. So what we'll do is we'll just put a door in here, just to sort of make it considered outside at least slightly. Okay. Still wait for them to get down there. Actually algae as well, so let's just dig up that whole section. That's algae too, so let's pick that one. Get a few more snazzy suits on some people. Meanwhile, let's cheer you up a little bit. Barney just in there, so that's 3. get 2 more made. Everyone in snazzy suits, I think. I think that's the custom outfits I need to do for an achievement, I hope. If not, let me know. I guess everyone's just wearing snazzy suits for no reason, other than to feel a little bit better about themselves. Chris decor. Alright, so my goal currently here is to collapse this water into here, potentially collapse that one into here as well, and pull this water, and, well, actually, I might not even bother collapsing that one just yet. Take some of this water, I'll say some, because there's not enough room for all of it, and put it in here, to just make sure that I've got more polluted water than what I currently have. And the other good thing is that this polluted water of mine here has actually got a lot less germs in it than it did a while ago. That's a bit of a victory too. But we'll call it there for now. Thanks for watching. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.